Hi everyone. So today we got a chance to meet Dr. Anand Agrawal, who is the Executive Director of ISBR Bangalore. We'll be talking to him to understand his vision for the institute, the future of management education, and the complete details about courses and specializations which is being offered at ISBR Bangalore. Dr. Anand, welcome on board. It's a pleasure to talk to you this morning.
Thank you for this opportunity, Abhijit.
So we understand you come with more than 2 decades of experience into consulting, research, and academics. Previously, also you have been associated with some of the top Asian and global business schools. So we want to understand a couple of things on a personal note. I also want to understand what brings you to ISBR. At the same time, with ISBR, what is your vision for next 5 to 10 years? And what are some of the key priority areas that you're focusing on to enhance maximum career outcome for the ISBR students?
And I found ISBR as a very progressive institution with a very good record from its inception in last 10 years. It is progressing very well into multiple dimensions. I had a meeting with the Managing Director, Dr. Manish Kothari, and we discussed what we can do together. And then we developed a vision, which we discussed with the Governing Council also and other stakeholders. Actually, we co-developed this vision along with the staff members and faculty members, some selected students and other stakeholders of the institution. And we've come up with the 4 strategic priorities of ISBR. We call it TIE to Impact. TIE is transform, innovate, and engage to impact. These 4 priorities are distributed across stakeholders. For example, transform is transforming the lives of not only students, but also staff members and the community where ISBR is. Innovate is basically innovating the systems and the processes, innovating the way the management is practiced, not only in the institution, but also through research and consultancy for the industry and for the organizations and associations around. Engage is basically engaging all the stakeholders for the benefit of the business school and for the benefit of the students. So a wide engagement, including international engagement, is within the umbrella of the engagement priority for us. And impact is the ultimately goal for any good education institution. If an education institution is not substantially impacting anywhere, anything, there's a question about its purpose of existence. So we are planning to impact at 3 levels: the local level, the regional level, and the international level. And we have developed action plans for these 4 priorities, which are into forms of 10 goals. And each goal has further the plans and KRAs associated for every key member of the ISBR with it. So we're working in a very professional and organized manner to actually become a world-class institution here.
I believe your leadership will have a very long-term impact on ISBR's progressive years to come. Now we'll take one of the questions, or rather one of the important sentiments which is going amongst MBA students fraternity. Now, since we know we engage with more than 45,000 CAT students annually across India, we prepare them for the management examination, and also we hold them till the time they engage with the B school of their choice. A lot of time questions usually comes with respect to the career choices with respect to specializations or the courses and the colleges. Usually some of the conventional questions which comes is, which course should we select? Should we go ahead with the evergreen PGDM programs which has got specializations across marketing, finance, HR or operations, or should we choose the new age specializations? Nowadays the trend of alternate MBA programs is also coming up. So we want to understand what is the future of management education in your opinion. You have seen widely across all the great business schools, possibly with your international experience and Indian experience, if you can tell us what will happen to Indian MBAs degrees or programs in next 5-10 years. Will it be more skill based, or is it going to be more technologically driven, or the future of alternate MBA programs will progressively evolve? Do you see more preference will be chosen for one specific program, or do you think there will be different audience for different programs?
Which is focused on skill development of the students to impart the modern skills, which are employment skills, which are business skills, and there are a set of skills which are needed to be successful professional in the current era. If the skills are focused, I think nothing can go wrong there. But when the focus of a business school goes towards imparting the knowledge and focusing more on theories and in a traditional way of teaching and learning, then that kind of business school ultimately will be in trouble. So there's a need to change with the time. For example, the inclusion of the courses of the machine learning, artificial intelligence, GPT-like courses. If it has to be included, it has to be included now in the program. So all proactive and progressive business schools who are changing with the time, who are working with the industry partners and understanding the requirements of the industry, who are doing research about curriculum, who are active in modern forms of teaching and learning, including students' experiential learning, student-centered teaching methods, flipped classrooms, use of technology in teaching, and who are focused in imparting a set of attributes which are skills for the students will survive for long term. It doesn't matter if it is a modern education or modern MBA, it is a traditional MBA. These are just the dimensions, these are just the context. What is more important is the skill. If, for example, you are a skilled MBA graduate, you can successfully work in a traditional company like an FMCG or in an edtech company or a fintech company. It doesn't matter what company you are in, what industry you are in. If you have the basic skills in you to be successful professionally, you can be successful in any industry, in any field.
So usually, average MBA student will have at least 4 to 5 career transitions. In the same job, also they may have multiple opportunities where they have to play the vibrant and the vital role across all the dimensions.
Yeah.
So how does the business schools of today's age are preparing students who could be ready for this kind of a opportunity outside?
One thing which the MBA students should always remember is to have a mentor or a coach with them for lifelong, who can help them during the transition time, who can help them by giving them advice. It can be their professors whom they have learned. It can be the senior managers or CEOs of other companies. It can be anyone they like.
Yeah.
That will help them a lot. They have to be very active in terms of the getting to know what is happening in the ecosystem, in the industry. They have to be active in professional tools like LinkedIn. They have to showcase their skills to the world properly and build up their brand. If the students are actively building up their brand, after graduation also they keep on building up their brand, they will be ultimately successful professionally. And it's very important at the same time to have nowadays a very good knowledge and hold on the intercultural skills. Understanding about the different cultures, because nowadays most of the companies are multinational. They have some way, some kind of dealing with the other countries. And students, if not online or offline, somehow they have to manage the people of different countries and cultures. So it is important to have intercultural knowledge also. And good business schools are taking care of development of these skills also.
Yeah. I'm sure ISBR also engages the students well to make them ready for multiple job opportunities that they may get once they graduate from the college.
ISBR is very active. Our main focus of education is development of the skills, attitude and values apart from the knowledge, right? And we have recently started a very powerful center for the students. We call it Student Success Center. I think it's the first center of its kind, maybe in the whole world, where we focus on each and every individual student's success. Success in terms of their professional success, personal and social success, and academic success. Each student has multiple mentors in form of peer mentors, faculty mentors, industry mentors, alumni mentors, and a mentor from a foreign country. And these mentors work with the students for 2 years to develop them professionally so that they become successful in the future.
Very amazing.
They get very organized, structured form of mentoring based on their individual development plan, which is developed in the first year, in the first semester itself. And then they very systematically work towards filling all the gaps which are there in their personality or in their skills so that they are industry ready or entrepreneurship ready before they graduate here. So we are actually very actively preparing each and every student, and the focus is each individual student. So it's a very unique business school in a way with this kind of systems in place.
Very amazing. So now it's time for us to know about the programs and the specialization details of ISBR. We keep getting queries about ISBR offers multiple programs, which courses to offer. Would my profile be suitable for the new age courses which ISBR is offering? So there's a lot of dilemma which students have got. If you can give us some clarity with respect to your eligibility, the programs, and the career outcomes of each of them.
So we have multiple programs. apart from the FPM program,
Yeah.
which is the Fellowship Program in Management, is the PhD level program. For PGDM, we have PGDM, General PGDM, but General PGDM is the most strong PGDM at this point of time because it has opportunity to be very focused on some particular electives when you go to the second year. So it actually opens a wide spectrum of opportunities for the students, because generally what we have seen, and it is very common to see, that students after the first year, towards the end of the first year, they find what they like and what kind of specializations they should take. So it's a very popular program, and I still recommend students to go for PGDM. But at the same time, there are some students who have previous experience and they know what industry they want to go for. So we have PGDM in specific industries also, like PGDM Data Science. We have PGDM Sports Management. Then we have PGDM, which is related to the artificial intelligence and machine learning also, right? And we also have PGDM electives in marketing, in specialization. We have an excellent PGDM called PGDM in product leadership. So those students who are interested in product management, is an excellent program. And many of these programs, we have tie-ups with the other expert companies, organizations, associations, which they co-teach these programs with us. So we have PGDM in entrepreneurship. We have many PGDMs here. But what I suggest is, before taking decision of which PGDM to apply, just talk to a counselor and find out what type of PGDM is applicable or suitable for you for a long-term career. So, of course, we have PGDM specializations like these, and a general PGDM is also there. The selection process of a particular PGDM program should be very carefully done by the students.
Yeah. So do you also see the synergy between the profile of the student and the specialization what they have elected for while screening them?
Yes, definitely. So it's not a very easy way to get admission into a PGDM program anywhere in India. And ISBR also, we get a lot of applications and we select the students very carefully. So we do have interviews where we find out what are their basically tendencies or attitudes, their competencies, what are their potential, and in which program they are more suitable. And for example, if suppose you are a person with 10 years experience and you want to move towards product management, and we see, okay, it's a good fit, we will give you the admission in PGDM or product leadership. But if you want to move to suppose data science, but you don't have basic knowledge about mathematics and statistics and engineering, etc., where you can master numbers, then we may recommend you not to go for PGDM data science, go for general PGDM, and then take electives later on in the second year in the field of data science, because in the first year you will develop those skills. But if you take PGDM data science directly with the kind of not so highly developed skills on the mathematics and statistics, etc., it will be a trouble for you. So we do give a lot of suggestions and we handhold the students to select specializations for them.
Got the point. So usually every business school will have a sheet where they evaluate students on multiple parameters on the basis of their academics, experience, performance in CAT or any other examination, experience, etc. So if you can tell us some idea about what carries the maximum weightage for ISBR, or is that the wholesome of the profile candidature that you actually look into?
Yes, so what we want, our basically vision is to develop very high quality and trained potential future leaders for the whole globe, not only for India. So definitely we want someone with multiple portfolio skills inbuilt, but at the same time, at this age, we cannot have a person with all the skills properly developed. So what we see is the potential of the student, openness of the students to learn new things. And we see, okay, if the competencies are there, can we work with this particular student in next 2 years to make them professionally successful, to groom them to be a successful leader in the future? If the answer is yes, we give them the admission offer. And for that, we look into, of course, academic performance, but that's not the only criteria. A person performing average in academics, but he is very good or she is very good in other skills, for example, some teamwork skills, leadership skills, actively participating in different competitions and events, developing their other parts of their personality. For example, suppose someone is very good at oration or in writing skills, someone is very good at volunteering activities, we prefer them
Okay.
because it shows their dynamic personality, and their dynamism is important to be a future leader, you know.
Yeah.
So we focus on basically multiple types of traits in an individual. Suppose someone is coming with very good academic grades but not so developed other skills, we think twice before giving the admission offer to that kind of a person. But nowadays this kind of awareness is already there
Yeah.
with the students.
Yeah.
So I request all the students to present themselves as a complete individual with not only academics but also on other fronts, and to showcase their potential of different skill development in next 2 years, so that we can decide, okay, the person is good and can actually work with us to be successful in the future.
So amazing. So now we'll take one question which students usually keep on their top priority, which usually is not, which is on the placements. So if you can share some data how the placement process works at ISBR, which are the top companies offering good profiles to ISBR students, and what is the average, median, and the highest packages which has been offered in the last year?
Right. So the placement process is very smooth here, and it's very structurally organized in a very nice manner. So the placements, we have a full-fledged career advisory services office here with the director taking care of the placement office. And it starts with the internships also. Sometimes students do get a PPU from internships also. And we give exclusive training for placements for the students during this 2-year program, apart from the regular curriculum of the 2 years PGDM. These trainers come from industry and also from premium institutions around the world, which are professionals. And students get multiple opportunities for the placements through extensive interviews. We prepare them for the interviews also. We have nearly 100% placement record the last year. And multiple companies from different industries, they approach us for the placements. We have companies which are like PwC, ANZ, EY, Deloitte, KPMG, HDFC, Gartner, Grant Thornton, L'Oreal, Wipro Blackstone, Wipro Consumers. IT companies we have IBM, TCS, we have Flipkart in FMCG, Decathlon, Jockey. In banking we have companies like HDFC, FedEx and DHL, logistics companies, Rakuten, Target Corporation. We have also automobile company like Volvo coming in here very regularly. Mahindra comes regularly here. Berger, Dell, Britannia is again a company that comes regularly here. So we have a good portfolio of companies, and our students, if you see the alumni of ISBR, I mean, we feel very proud of them. They are doing very well in different companies. And they are in the senior positions also nowadays. And they come for various roles, which are very good portfolio of roles also are there. For example, they come for human resource, business processing, HRBP, analysts, risk management, taxation. They come for the roles of auditing, recruitment manager, inventory managers. They come for data analyst, business analyst, digital marketing, L&D roles, talent connect, consulting. So a wide variety of portfolio they take from us. And our students are performing very well in these companies, in these roles, and rising up the corporate ladder.
Yeah. Could you share some data on the median, the average packages which has been offered last year?
Our average last year was about 8 lakh rupees per annum. And we are very sure this year the package will go up.
So amazing. We'll take just one last question, which is from my side. Any piece of advice that you want to share with the future for cohorts which is looking for ISBR? What should they be ready with, if at all they are looking at ISBR?
If they're looking for ISBR, I think first of all is the passion which we should see in the students. See, ISBR has an advantage being an electronic city in Bangalore. We are surrounded with 200 companies around. We have a joke going on in ISBR that we drink our water also with the support of the industry. So we have so much industry support. Our first semester students just started about 3 months back, and we had more than about 200 industry exposure events with them. It includes guest lectures, co-teaching. We do co-teaching with the faculty members and industry persons together in the classrooms also. So we need students who understand that the most important thing for them in management education is an open mindset, hunger to learn, and develop the skills. Be ready to do the hard work. If you see our students, the classes start at 8 o'clock and sometimes they go to the hostels at 9 p.m. or even later than that, right? Many students are now participating in the competitions and getting very good awards and prizes from there, who are very dynamic, go-getters. Teamwork is very important. Critical thinking is another component. If they can showcase in the interviews, we like those students. And ultimately, I mean, if we see the sincerity in the students, if the student is sincere, has a good record in academics and in other fronts also, we generally take them. Just to be honest and be what you are in the interviews, that helps a lot.
So amazing. So I think we covered all the major perspectives which students have in their mind with respect to choosing the right college in the course. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand, once again for taking time out and talking to us. In future, again, we'll do more such engagement sessions with other stakeholders, be it placement heads, students and the academic faculties to get their perspective, which would be relevant for the MBA students. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Welcome, Abhijit.